Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us. For out of the ground we were taken, for the dust we are. And to the dust we shall return.
You can't win, you can't break even, and you can't get out of the game. People keep saying things are gonna change, but they look just like they stay the same. You're getting way over your head, and you only got yourself to blame. You can't win, child, can't break even, can't get out of the game. Yeah. I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
All right, good people. Okay, it's a Maker Monday. This is where we introduce a new content creator. So before we get started, as we always say, before we get started,
does anyone want to get out?
it's your last warning. All right, let's see who's in. Prince, what's going on? He's number one. Adric is number two today. Said Judas, what's going on? I'm listening. Alex said Nate is in the house. He's going to be our guest today. Baby Smooth, what's going on? See, since we're dust, you can't just steal Ash Wednesday. We can just steal Ash Wednesdays. I heard that. This is our sacred holiday, Ash Wednesday. Okay. In other words, guess what? Guess what? Guess what mistake they made?
They shouldn't have given you Ashy Blokes YouTube.
They fucked up. Okay. AB Media beaming in on Dusty number 7. Let's put some respect on my like button, folks. Toya with the apple. Andre, Little Maple Leaf, what's going on? Paul, what's happening? Indigo Flow, what's happening? Judas, what's going on with the Judas Lion with the $5? Eric, what's happening? And Hunter X-Men, what's going on? All right, since this is Maker Monday, got 57 people in the building. Okay, well, it'll pick up. It'll pick up. Must be some other people on. But let's bring up Nate and introduce yourself.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? I'm Nate. I just created my own YouTube channel last month. I want to be honest, BGS. I was contemplating making this channel because I don't think my channel go compel the black man really.
Uh-huh.
I understand that in order to compel, you gotta have their emotions engaged. But
yeah, but you have to have your emotions engaged. What do you want to say? What are you trying to say to you made a whole channel? What are you trying to say to people?
Okay, so basically, I want my channel it challenge how black men think and operate.
Okay. In what way? In what way?
It exposes the gynocracy from a black man's perspective.
Okay, how so?
Okay, so I'm a black man that grew up in the hood.
Okay, how did gynocracy affect you? Just in your own words. You don't have to, you don't have to censor your words, just from the heart. How did it affect you?
Okay, so I experienced both sides, meaning that I had sex, hookups, and relationships with black women, but at the same
Okay.
time,
Yeah. Well, how did it affect you growing up? Because you had to grow up in it. So how did it affect
well, I lived in an 85 level environment.
you? Okay, so you grew up in what projects, the
Yep.
ghetto neighborhood, what? Okay,
Yeah.
single mother raised. You had two parents, what?
Yeah. Single mother raised.
You are what number are you of how many?
Um, I'm the third out of two.
And the third out of the third out of two, you can't be third out of two. So in other words, you're third out of what? So you're the
Oh, third out of three. Well, I'm the
okay. So
youngest.
you're the baby. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
And the family, my mom, after my dad died,
okay.
she basically her and her sister, she grew up in a foster home. So
Oh, okay. So your mom grew up in a foster home.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay. That's yeah.
yeah. She was born in 1960.
Okay,
So she grew up in a foster home, and she had with her sisters. And I thought that was my real aunties. That was my mama's friends. Well, she
okay,
grew up in a foster home, and they had we lived in a two family flat. It was just my family and my mom's sister family.
okay,
So we was all bunched in together.
okay,
But I was the whole youngest out of the whole family.
okay.
And all the men in my family, they were 85 level men. They
So
made their
so
money off the street.
okay. So they hustled. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
okay. Did you fall into it or what?
well, no, but it was times where um they had to drag me into it. Like my brother, he would just like get mad at me. Like he would tell me like, I need you to go talk to the neighbors right quick while
Hmm.
me and your cousin for the steal something out of their crib.
Ah, okay. So you okay? You're the decoy. Okay.
Yeah. And then lying to the police officers, telling them that my brother wasn't there.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, then so the dynamic with how they treat me is I'm the last. So it's like they treat me as the the guy that basically supposed to save the family. Basically the
Okay.
one, huh?
You're the last hope, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Well, that's common. So
yeah.
so if you're supposed to save the family, what do they do for you? They send you to school. What do they do for you?
Um, I mean, my mom, she just she called me,
Mm-hmm.
check up on me because
Yeah.
and we don't really have no money to give. So I had to go to college on my own. I signed up for scholarships.
Mm-hmm.
Um I
So
got a band scout, huh?
did you graduate?
Yes.
Okay. What you graduate in?
Business administration.
Okay. So how far did you go? You get a bachelor's,
Just bachelor's.
got a bachelor's? Okay. So what do you do now for a living? I
Truck
mean, you're
driver.
I say you're a truck driver. Okay. So one way to use your business degree. Well, a lot of people use it later. Okay.
Yeah.
So growing up like that, because you grew up in that, you know, on survival mode. That's what 85 survival mode. You're basically trying to, you're not even going from check to check, going from day to day. But so how did it affect you and what did that teach you when you got to be an adult? Right.
Um
How did you get out? How do you get? Because things, because you grow up in the hood like that, you make it out because people think Pookie and being a thug is a flex. It's basically when you come from the hood like that, like I did. Basically that's the default. If you don't make it out,
right.
you're gonna be a thug. You're gonna be a street dude. You're gonna be something if you don't make it out of the hood. You don't find a way out. So how'd you find your way out? Going to school?
Um well, it was school and
Hmm.
video games.
Okay. So you became a nerd.
Yeah, but the thing was, even though I was a nerd,
Hmm.
I I gravitated more towards well, I say educated thinking
Hmm.
men,
Okay.
but at the same time, I guess you could say the popular kids in school, they would try to like hang out with me or try to recruit me.
Mm-hmm.
And they was cool, but it's like the same time, it's like popular kids, it's like they don't really like talk about anything. They just talk about celebrity stuff. And I used to like hanging out with nerds because they talk about like video games, anime, and I just gravitate towards more the nerds.
Yeah, I think nerds, especially in the hood, they use it as an escape. They escape from everyday life. So it's a way. It's a way to stay away from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
so huh?
go ahead. Go ahead.
So growing up, not only that I had to deal with the things that the boys in my family was giving me, but with the moms and my sister and my aunt, this is where I had to learn emotional labor because
Mm-hmm.
my mom, and I love my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She's my supporter, but she was very strict, independent. And
What do you mean when you say strict? What does that mean?
uh, you know how when they black women be like, well, your mom be like, what you doing? You better get out there, stuff like that.
In other words, basically, and this is what happens, especially because you're the baby, right? She's seen what happened to the other two, okay?
Right,
And they're in the route they went, and she said, "I got to save one." She's the one she's trying to save. So
right,
she's probably harder on you than the other two.
yeah.
Yeah, she's trying to save you.
But
So
the thing was that my sister, she never really like understood that. In her eyes, it was like she thought she was spoiling me, but at the same time, my mom just had a lot of hopes for me, so she was just putting so much pressure on me to like be the best that I can be.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She's
So
trying to save you. Yeah, and she didn't want you to turn out like she did.
yeah, and so from dealing with that, my sister, huh,
So how are you performing emotional labor for your mother?
um, well, my mom would like tell me to do certain tasks, like hand me this from the counter, hand me that from the counter.
Okay.
Then she'll tell me like while she on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
I had to talk to her while she's on the phone.
Okay.
Then, then
Yeah, because she doesn't have a man. She doesn't have any male attention. So yeah, you're the
right,
closest thing to it. Yeah, and you're the last one because the other kids are outside and doing in the neighborhood doing what they're doing, right?
right,
Yeah, yeah. That's what happens to the baby.
yeah,
Okay.
and then
So go
huh,
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish up, and then we'll gonna get into your channel.
yeah, then like my sisters, I had to deal with her. I had to just take the anger that she had on me, and
Uh huh.
then also I had a lot of black female teachers growing up.
Mm-hmm.
They was very strict. It
Yeah.
was just times where you just had to just take the scolding that they give you.
Yeah. Yeah. Black women don't know. That's how black women show love to a male because they think that's shaming and scolding and stuff like that to keep you, straight and narrow. And for the most part, it did. So, even though it's but that's their way of doing it.
Yeah, and if you like fight bark back,
Mm-hmm.
someone will be in the background and be like, look, that's just how Miss Edna is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So over time, you just learn how to just take it.
Yeah.
Um, then over time, when I was in school,
Mm-hmm.
I just get this from a lot. I just have a peaceful presence about myself. That's
Mm-hmm.
control, and I've been told from many people that they look up to me, and this is just from either even from 85 level men
Mm-hmm.
that they look up to me, and you know I've been ignoring doing this because I just want to live a regular life, like have a car, house, job, get married. But
Uh-huh.
I realized over time because I was like I was 24 when Kevin
Mm,
Samuels got hot,
okay.
and this is when I was I had a well I was driving trucks. That's when I was starting to drive trucks,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, I had applied to this one job, and it was making 1,800 a week,
Okay.
and I wasn't even supposed to have that job, but they gave it to me anyway. And
Okay.
then around that time, Kevin Samuels, talk about high value man, putting yourself first, black man. I was on the train. I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. I'm on the road doing that,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, I'm gonna start settling down.
Mm-hmm.
It's time, but I kept realizing a pattern, and
Oh, okay. What's the pattern?
well, no matter if it was a woman that
Mm-hmm.
settled for me or
Okay.
a
Okay.
woman that lust after me,
Okay.
I always noticed a pattern that you have to serve her, and
Yeah.
that's her her physical needs, which is the sex,
Mm-hmm.
and the emotional needs, which is the
The,
emotional labor.
the attention. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and every time when I stood out of that
Mm-hmm.
or acting in a patriarchal fashion,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the conflict happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I just be thinking to myself like I don't I got the frame right, the masculinity, the willing to the willingness and the skills to provide. I don't understand what's missing. Then
Mm-hmm.
um a few weeks after Kevin Samuels died,
Mm-hmm.
I looked back over his videos
Yeah.
because he kept mentioning something about the black community be a matriarchy, and
Mm-hmm.
I was so confused because that was a new term to me, but
Mm-hmm.
I understood what it was. So I look back at all the people that he mentioned, like Dr. T. Hassan Johnson,
Right.
Dennis Sperling,
Yeah.
and BGS. And
Mm-hmm.
once I did that, then I read the books, um, The Dark Ghetto,
Okay.
um, The Negro Family in the United States,
Yeah. Good books. Yeah.
the Moynihan Report, and
Uh.
it all made sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was It was like, yeah, I had, hookups and fun, but when I was in relationship mode, I
Yeah.
was operating as if we was in a patriarchy.
Yeah. With a matriarch. Yeah.
Right. So,
So they were trying to do to you what your mother did to you.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as I'm getting older,
Mm-hmm.
um, I got rid of my last relationship like last year
Okay.
because it was just got drained. I was like, I'm tired of doing this. Like, it's not
Mm.
even fun no more. It's just
So what kind of women were you picking?
um I was picking women um that had degrees, 89 level.
Oh,
They just graduated, some in social work,
okay.
lawyers. Then it was one that um, I forgot what job, but it was 87. And
Okay.
in the beginning, it was all cool,
Yeah.
but it was just constant battle of this emotional power struggle, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? All my friends, all the people around me, they getting married, having kids, and
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, man, you know what? I think it's time for me to speak my experience that happened because
Okay.
I keep hearing from people saying they need like for you example, you want the disease to well, I'm a younger millennial, but you want disease to get in on this. I
Mm-hmm.
keep seeing from people saying that they tired of the narratives, They tired of the propaganda. I'm hearing both black men and black women um speak out against the propaganda. And I thought, like, you know what? I
Hmm.
think I think black people are ready to hear the truth.
Okay. Yeah. Well, as the environment changes, I guess they are. So, so what do you got to show us? You got anything you want to show us about what your channel's like and what kind of content you put up?
Um, yeah. So my channel, it basically explains the social dynamics of
Okay.
our culture,
Yeah.
and it teaches men. I have videos. I'm working on having videos for women, but
Hmm.
it teaches men how to identify specific behaviors and actions that
So,
women do.
are you on a computer or a phone right now?
Computer.
Okay. If I don't know if you can bring up your channel because you got a present button.
Um, I can paste my
Okay. Okay. You're new. Okay. Hold
yeah,
on.
I'm new to this.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. How to get out of this? Go here. Let's see. Let me go ahead and hit the link. Let's go get my own link. I just had you up, so. Uh, so you're gonna are you? So who are you trying to speak to?
Um, I'm speaking to young black men who are in a 85 level environment who don't.
So would you say because most people won't
Okay,
even know what 85 is. We say
okay,
85 level. What do you mean?
who lives in a low income,
Mm-hmm.
poor neighborhood that's
Uh-huh.
predominantly black, that don't understand the environment that they in. Because
Mm-hmm.
I heard from a lot of black people that they never even read about Jim Crow when they was in school.
Yeah, they don't really teach it very much. So okay. So what do you want to show us? There's your channel. What do you want to show us?
Um,
If I had to pick one, to pick one of your videos that you really think is important on your channel, which one would you pick?
hold on. Pick, hold on, go down.
Okay.
Uh, what do the third one? What do women pick and qualify men for?
Okay.
That's a good start.
Okay.
Clarity, understanding. Um, just to let you guys know, this channel discuss the behaviors and social dynamics in our culture while learning emotional control and intelligence. It's not about manipulating women for sex. Um, I guess you can call my channel a game channel. Because in my what I do is my game.
Why do you call it a game channel?
Well, because when people go see like sex and relationships, they'll think it's more of a game channel, but I don't think it's a game channel. But I'm just saying how people will view it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Game is I use my emotional control, my intelligence. I have a good ability of indicating women's behaviors and see what they qualify me for. So that's what I do.
Okay.
Helps men to avoid picking the wrong women for their qualification process. Physicality, which is your looks, your style of clothing, they'll help initially. Game, they'll help you qualify. Status is pre-selection.
Okay. Okay. Well, so break it down for us. Okay.
All right.
Would you say so why do women pick you? Why do you think women pick you? What is it about you that women pick that qualifies you? And what kind of women pick you?
Well, based on my experience, it's mainly been black women since I was in predominantly black. All I've been around was black women.
Okay, what
So,
area of the country do you live in?
um, Midwest,
Get a little bit more specific.
Michigan, Detroit.
Okay, that's yeah, that's more like northern United States. Yeah. Okay.
So it was from the smart, quirky, nerdy,
Mm-hmm.
um, ratchet.
Wait, wait,
Um,
wait. Wait, was smart, quirky, nerdy, and ratchet at the same time? How's that happen?
no. I was saying like the difference.
Oh,
I
the
had
range. Oh, you had a range of them. Okay.
yeah, it was those two. And the bougie.
Okay.
And
So why would the bougie women pick you?
well, it was just based off of physicality and
Okay.
looks.
You're a concubine. Okay.
Yeah.
You became a concubine. Okay. So
Qualification process. All right. So when you first interact with women, they'll pick you based on 6 key terms, or as you see here, relationship roles. Your actions and treatment of women will determine how they qualified. All right. All right. So this is during your guys' first interaction. Pretty sure guys don't want to be picked for this. When a woman avoids you, ignores you, shows any negative interaction, we all know. Associate, she knows you, but y'all just choose not to interact with each other. Um, that's cool. Uh, mystery man is basically like, let's say she knows your existence, but she probably finds you attractive, or you stay to yourself. Um, yeah. Then you got friend, best friend slash brother. Now, guys, I understand. Dudes out here they be lying. You know, I understand that. Get this: if she picks you for best friend slash brother, you're in the friend zone. Just to let you guys know that. Um,
what do you mean by that? If she picks you for best friend slash brother.
well, you know how women would when they try not to reject you, but
Mm-hmm.
they still want you to be around their orbit. And in this dynamic, the setting is like you guys are in school
Mm-hmm.
or at work.
Yeah.
So
And she giving
yeah,
you using you for free emotional labor.
right,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
So so is that the friend zone? Or have you experienced the friend zone?
yeah,
Okay, being like the little homie.
yeah.
Okay. What's your
But
experience?
well, the thing was about it, if I generally want to be her best friend, but at the same time, it'd
Yeah.
be instances where even though you generally want to be her friend, she would still like put you in um that friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
So it was times with that. So that was my experience of being in a friend zone.
Okay. So so in other words, because I'm hearing this, and this is I know my channel is geared toward older men, like between the ages of like 30 and 50. So who are you actually gearing this aiming this channel towards?
Um,
Or what age
us
group?
18 to 20, 22.
18 to 22. So basically college age or just out of high school?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. And would you working class guys, not necessarily in college, but just working class guys? What?
yeah,
Okay. All right. All right. Because the thing is, if you're gonna see a bullet point list, you don't want a whole bunch of bullet points, and this is just coaching, because you can go through a whole list. But thing is, if you don't explain what each dot on the list means, it's not gonna be effective, especially for a short video. Really, what you really want to do is say, you take this as this is what I would suggest. Okay, the list that you just made. Okay, take each point in each bullet point in that list, right, and make a dedicated video to that just that point. Like when
yeah,
I did the octanes. Uh, I would make just a whole dedicated video just to that octane and describe her, and I would go through each characteristic step by step, right, and that's describe it. And give you examples um, of each one. In fact, the some of the women that you encountered that have degrees, we call those 92 climbers. In other words, They come from where you come from, right? Which is struggling, which is 85 or even maybe working class, right? And they're trying to get to the next level. They weren't raised that way, but they're educated in a certain way, so they have to learn how to go up to the next class level. And so that's why I call climbers. But the thing is, especially with women, okay, the reason you get picked by those said women because they're probably raised in the same environment as you, right? Even though they have,
Right.
yeah. See, you're their imprint because they were raised around boys like you, and those are the boys they liked first, and that confuses a lot of guys because, in fact, Ron was just talking about a lot of climbers. He calls them strivers, but I call them climbers that have come from a lower class and got educated, and they're trying to go to corporate and stuff like that. They're trying to climb classes, but the thing is, they still have a taste for guys that who like a guy like you is probably perfect for them, right? Because you're educated, but you come from a lower class, so you actually understand things that they like, understand their moods, you understand their humor and all the kind of stuff. So he was just talking about this earlier today.
Okay.
Thing is a suggestion, especially for a young content creator. Okay, you want to. I know everybody. You always want to. You think you want to just throw everything at them, everybody at one time. But the thing is, um, what you're going to cause is more questions than answers. Okay, because
Okay.
they're going to ask you why. Like the questions I'm going through. Okay, what is when you said you were friend zone? Okay, and a little homie or whatever it is. See, you didn't go into detail because how do you describe what a friend zone is? Okay, and how did you encounter the friend zone? How did you learn what a friend zone was? Did you encounter it? Did you go through it? What are the ups and downs of being in the friend zone? Okay, what are you providing? What is she looking for? The thing is, I know this is an intro video, but the thing is, when you look at your notes and look at your bullet points, take each one. Okay, it's all content anyway. Take each one and make a dedicated video from it. And that
Got it.
you go into detail, and that's when people start learning, okay? Because if I just told you, it's just like I just start rattling off numbers like 100 octane, 92 octane, 87, 85, 89. That doesn't mean anything because that's code to them. Okay, what's an 89, right? Okay, okay. People ask me what is it 89 female? What's it 89 male, right? Okay, it's an educated person. Most of them were like fail what I called corporate people. They didn't go up to the white collar, uh, uh, bougie class, right? So they kind of either rejected it or failed to be that. So they have to either settle in that tweener stage where they have friends on either side and have to decide which direction they're going to go. Are they going to climb up or are they going to sink back down? And most of them kind of sink back down. But thing is, a lot of times they get lost in the middle. Like I feel like you're probably lost in the middle. Okay, you're a truck driver, but you were educated for got a bachelor's in business. Okay, which is, and you live a blue collar lifestyle because a blue collar lifestyle is what? Driving trucks. Okay. So the thing is, your hope is probably what? Own your own truck first off, right?
Right.
And then 1, 2, 3, and get your whole fleet, right? Eventually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in other words, you're climbing. You will be called a 92 climber. Okay, you're an 89 level. You're working blue collar. The thing is, you're trying to work your way up to being uh, uh, corporate class, where you can actually use your degree. You see a lot of that. So, and there's probably a lot of women out there just like you. But things you have to describe this kind of stuff, especially young people, young guys that are just getting into this. Okay, you have to recognize who you are. Okay, how you were raised. Okay, because your humor, the way you dress, how you have fun, the parties you go to, the food that you eat, all going to be different. Like somebody raised in Beverly Hills, 'cause I know because I used to go to school with these people. Somebody raised in Beverly, in near Beverly Hills or upper middle class, where the parents got a lot of money, and they're driving a Porsche to school, where I'm riding it, where I can barely get a bus pass. Okay, two different
Mm.
classes, and they look at the world differently. They eat differently, they dress differently, they party differently, right? I couldn't go, I couldn't afford to go out, but all my friends were on Soul Train. If you go back to the mid '70s and look at all the people on Soul Train, those females were my classmates, but
Mm.
they had very wealthy parents. Okay, and I didn't. So what I'm saying is, if when you go through this, and this is probably more of a teaching session than it is a You introducing yourself. But we're going to go to another video that's where you introduce yourself. Uh, but the thing is, if you're going to do something like this, I'll suggest, even though this is informative, right? But it's too much to a novice. Okay, you're gonna have to. The thing is, if you're gonna have this many bullet points, then that's a very long video because you have to describe and go into detail each video, each bullet point. Even professors don't do that. They might do three or four, and then they go into detail because minimum each bullet point is gonna take you 5 minutes to go through. Minimum. Minimum. Even when I've gone through, I went through game week, right? 2 hours, and I had what 15 bullet points. I had to go into a brief description, about 5 minutes of each bullet point. So that's what I would suggest. So let's go ahead and pick another video.
Uh, you is any specific video?
No, okay, okay. Let's try this one. Let's try your latest. Okay, okay. You're showing your face. You cool with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome to Mindful Connections with Nate. How you doing? I'm Nate. Here in this video, I'll be discussing how to start an investor. Now look, guys, here in America, you had the opportunity
And we slow
to
you down
date
a bit.
whoever you want. That gives you that opportunity to date. But you had an opportunity to choose not to date whoever you want, especially those who don't respect you. And I'm here to discuss behaviors and actions that let you know that you're dealing with a divester. See, it's levels to it when it comes to people dating interracially. And it's a multitude of reasons why people date outside their race. But the thing is, it's not that people are against it. It's that it's certain groups that will weaponize it, create false narratives, propaganda, and also potential acts of violence. So it's important for people to identify that. We don't have to deal with nobody who don't respect us. I believe that we don't have to prove ourselves to nobody. I don't care what TV shows they watch.
Now, as I said, this kind of speech I believe should go at the end. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, because okay, you're trying to summarize and motivate and give some people something to lead with, right? So you shouldn't lead with this. Okay, in other words, if you talk about divestors or one, okay, one, in my honest opinion, people are looking for whatever the title is. Okay, is she really on your team? Okay, if it's going to
Oh,
be about divestors, you got to put that in the title.
okay.
What it is. But people say, well, okay, okay, they're looking for, okay, where's the information to answer the question that you put up there? And
Okay.
9 times out of 10, within the first 3 or 4 minutes, people actually want you to get into whatever the question was. You got to answer the question. So let's continue. But the thing is, save the motivational stuff. Unless it's all motivational, then it's a motivational rant. Then it should be titled something else. The thing is, if you're gonna
Okay.
if you put a question out to give information out, give the information first, and then I would say uh, a motivational takeaway. Okay, so what you're saying right now should be at the end of the video instead of the beginning.
I don't
Okay.
care what books they read about us. I don't care what negative things they heard
See, we don't even know who they are. See,
other people about us. If
because
I have to
you
be
haven't
at
described them.
times we heard guys having sex with women that they don't respect. Don't respect. Well, thinking about it this way. How many times we heard guys having sex with women that they don't respect? It's like what I said in the beginning. Here in this country, you have the opportunity to date who gives you that opportunity to date. Those guys just gave them that opportunity. It's really as simple as that. See, I don't think guys understand who's really on their team or not. This is where your guys, you have to make sure her beliefs, her values, her principles match up to yours. This is what a lot of guys ignore, and this is how they get caught up in a future with regrets later on in their lives. But I'm here to prevent that. So the first thing will be is that she's condescending.
Oh,
So
see, this is some. This is what you should have led with, like within the first couple of minutes. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, and then get the motivation afterward.
whenever you guys have a minor disagreement or a misunderstanding, sometimes her response will be in a condescending way. No matter how concise and articulate your words may be to get a clear understanding, she will respond back with a question or a one word question like, what?
Mm,
Because in her head,
mm.
you're a stereotype to her.
Okay, what does that? So what does that
So
mean? What does that mean? You're a stereotype there. What does that mean?
Basically, dumb, below, poor, not
Okay.
intelligent.
Okay. So she's looking. Is she looking down on you? Is she
Yeah.
not? Okay. So in other words, so then if she's looking down on you, why is she there with you?
Well, I mean, if I'm basing it on what black women tell us, they like
Hmm.
our dick.
Okay. And so now she's there. She's in other words, she's using you to service her sexually, right?
Right.
So in other words, in other words, you're there for her purpose, right? So, and most guys, so how do most guys see that? Is they, and I've heard guys say this, like they said, I've dated this corporate girl, and you know, yeah, and I've dated all these corporate women. I have sex with them. I said, okay, so I said, there's okay, so how do you know that you're the guy? Well, because I have sex with them. I have sex with them a lot. So, so what time do you get over there? Oh, get about 10 o'clock at night. What time what time do you have to leave in the morning? About six, 5 or 6. Okay, that means you are a concubine. You are her prostitute, basically, unpaid. So, so in other words, and I always tell guys, well, I'll give you this tip, right? Okay, depending on what you want it for, and this is where the 3 levels come in, right? In fact, Doc says got to write a blog or a book about this, right? Okay, you know what the 3 levels of relationships are for men? You know what they are?
I forgot. You gotta tell me.
Okay. Jump off. You know what jump off
Oh,
is,
okay.
right?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
jump off, friends with benefit, jump off, um, um, maybe a
Man,
side chick. But thing
oh,
is, what do you think they're for? They're there for what?
to serve your purpose.
What purpose is that?
Uh, that you have for your life.
No, no,
Well,
no,
to
no.
fit
No,
not
your jump off is not there to help you with your life. What's she there for?
to serve her needs. That
What's
needs.
what they need is what? What need is that? Go ahead and say it, man. We adults.
Shit. Bust a nut.
Bust a nut. She there for sex, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with friends of benefit, right? You're there in case you have time. Guess what? You're not there to have tea and discuss how to take over the world, right?
Right.
You're there to bust a nut. Uh, maybe your side chick can be the side chicks are the highest level of what I call a jump off, right? Because you care for her a little bit more because you're gonna keep her around, right?
Right.
Okay. Can the jump off? Can the friends with benefit that you bust a nut with be your girlfriend?
You said can the jump off?
Yeah, can a jump off be a girlfriend
Um, I
if she's
don't
just
think
different
so.
sex? Okay, okay, why not?
Well, because there was a reason why you put her in the jump off
Oh, so
category
so why'd you put her in the jump off category?
because she wasn't wife material.
She wasn't wife material. She was. Well, what a girlfriend? What's the difference between a girlfriend and a jump off?
Um, the difference is the girlfriend is you providing emotional labor.
Exactly, emotional, right? And vice versa, right?
Right.
She cares for you. Okay, she cares about your reputation, right? Because if you jump off out there banging another dude, are you gonna get upset?
I say one more time.
That's if you jump off out there fucking another dude, are you gonna get upset?
Oh no,
Why?
because
She
I
ain't,
didn't. Because she is a jump off. Like,
you haven't claimed her, right?
right.
Yeah, he's not exclusive, right? But if your girlfriend's out there even hinting or talking to another dude, are you gonna get upset?
Yeah.
Yeah, why? Because you claimed her, right?
Right.
Your emotional, and your reputation and other kinds. She does other kind of things for you, right? Okay,
Right.
right. Okay. What's the difference between a wife and a girlfriend? What do you think?
Um. Well, I think the difference is that a wife is someone that plays a role that has responsibility and duty.
Yeah, it's true. But- And what do you do for her?
Um, you fulfill that duties and responsibilities back to her.
Like what?
Um, well, provide,
Provide. Here you go. Okay. Provide and protect, right?
yep, and
Okay.
leadership skills.
Well, we can lead a girlfriend. The thing is, in other words, and this is shorthand. Okay. You know that you can remember, right? Jump off is sex. Uh, Girlfriend is emotional. Okay. Wife is financial because you're providing, right? She, if a girlfriend fuck up her money, that's her problem, right?
Right,
If your wife fuck up the money, whose problem is that?
yours.
Yours, okay? She has to be financially responsible for your money and vice versa, okay? Would you provide for a girlfriend the same way you provide for a wife?
Um, hmm.
Think about it. Would you?
No,
No. Okay. Would the thing is, would you provide this for a jump off one same way you provide for a wife?
no.
Okay. So in other words, if your jump off is if he has a flat tire in the middle of the night, are you necessarily going to go get her?
I'm not obligated to, so
Not
no.
obligated. But your girlfriend, guess what?
Yeah,
Your black ass better show up, right?
yeah,
Called support, okay? Those are the levels. So in other words, is she on your team, right? Okay. And these are the things, if she's there, she condescending, blah, 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 basically probably there for sex, okay? And a lot of guys have a lot hard time differentiating that, okay?
okay,
In other words, if you're just there for sex and uh and that's all it is, why do you care whether she listens to you or not? Because she's
right.
not your girlfriend. Okay. And that's how you determine if you try to consider her for a girlfriend and she can, yeah, blah, 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 and she's condescending, not listening to you, guess what? She don't qualify for what?
Wife.
Gonna qualify for a girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
or girlfriend.
Or a girlfriend, right? She's a junk, she's there for sex. Once you guys get up, wash up and put your clothes on, your obligation to each other is pretty much done, right? Till next time. Okay.
Right.
Yep. Okay. And say, what do you call your wife when you find out she's another man's jump off while you're married and you see it every day? Yeah, I call that a disrespectful hoe. Okay. If your wife is cheating on you, okay, say she is because 80% of women will go left. Okay. If she's banging another dude, and Kevin said that he actually borrowed this as far as high value men, right? Okay. Number one, about you should never find out. If she's doing it, she'll never find out, right? And she's never so as long as there's three sixes, right? There's six rules, right? If she's your girlfriend or your wife, take care of me, take care of my household, and take care of my kids if I have them, right? One, two, three. The three don'ts. If you fucking around, don't bring you back any attitudes, diseases, or babies. Okay. And do not let me find out that you fucking around. Okay. If you find out that your girlfriend is somewhat another man's jump off, basically she belongs to the other man, in my opinion.
Mhm. Yeah.
In my opinion, I know some guys will fight for it. That's on you. I do not. Okay. But everybody handles their situations differently. Some guys can say she's important enough to, all right, well, let's see, give her and pick up the pieces. Okay. Some guys, a lot of guys are like that. They can try to you know, throw gasoline and tear up shit, stuff like that. Basically, for me, it's no need. I ain't fighting over. It ain't mine. But anyhow, 80% is the majority. Uh, Heathens Rage. I know where you from, man. I know you've been hit on by married women, a lot of them. So, and that's just a small sample. Okay, I've been hit on by more married women than I can count. So I know if people say it's only 10%, I say bullshit. I call bullshit. Any- Anyway, let's go ahead and finish this, and then we're about 10 minutes to the hour. So
So she's looking at you as if she's above you.
yeah, see, well then if she's looking at you because she's above you, and I'll step in. And I'll see what you say, and then we'll.
Next is
Okay. If you look at it that she's above you, that means one or two things. Okay. Are you
Mhm.
not the type of guy that she wants, or you're not, or basically you're not in her class. Okay. If she looking
Mm,
like she's above you, you're probably not in her class. Okay. You probably either not in her class or below her class, or there's something about you that she's looking down on you at because
mm,
she has the feeling that she can look down on you. So either you're a lower male in your particular class, that can happen, or 9 times out of 10 you're not in her class. Okay.
mm,
she talks to you like you're a child.
Yeah. Well, that's
Guys,
common.
I understand that women are nurturing and they nag a lot. I get it. But at the same time, there's a respect factor that comes with it. There's things that a woman wouldn't do or say to a man that she respects. It's a difference between airing out your grievances versus scolding him like he a little ass boy and it's time to put him in timeout. You guys gotta understand that their goal is not to have an honest conversation. Their goal is for you to shut up and listen to them tell you what they got to tell you. So you sit there and be quiet as they tell you off.
Yeah, and that's also emotional labor because you're taking this what I call emotional abuse. But thing is that also there's a reason why she put you in a child's place. So 'cause my women don't tell me shit. In fact, they hide it. But that's a different story.
Sounds fun, right? Overall, guys, in this dynamic, she basically, you have to serve her. You have to do what she tells you to do because in her head, she is above you. Relationships like that cannot be healthy, and you shouldn't be in those relationships. I understand that if you're watching this, you're thinking like, well, not all like that. Well, that's just how they are. They're emotional.
Yeah. In other words, that's the way. Okay, I'll let you go ahead and finish.
Well, I'm just having sex with her. What's the big deal?
If you're just having sex with her, then what's the big deal? Okay, I would have to agree with that. The thing is, why should you sit there and well, that's the price you pay for having sex with her without obligation. So that's what
right.
you're paying for. But yeah, as you go along, you're gonna learn this stuff and you're gonna get into these details. But you're new, so I can't really jump on you about it because you're new and you're gonna learn. You just started your channel. I've been in this. Well, hell, I've been in this game for years even before YouTube. So I can't expect you to know what I know. So the thing is, you're gonna learn. The thing is, you're talking to young people, and you're gonna grow with your audience. So what I would suggest is, once you get a certain amount of people, I would say start doing some AMAs, some lives, and fielding and actually fielding out what your audience is about, what they're saying, what your concerns are. I did that pretty early on, especially when it came to Black YouTube. I think about a month I started doing live streams. Just there's only like 4, 5, 6 people would come up. The thing is, over time, I started learning about my audience, and that's really what you want to do on YouTube. You want to this is for suggested anybody that's going to have a YouTube channel. Okay, um, I know people want to say what they want to say, and that's fine. But the thing is, at some point, you're here to service your audience. You're not here for you. And I think that takes time to learn. So even TLA said the same thing. You have to sit down, have to actually look at and find out what the audience really wants. Kevin went through the same process because he started off with perfume and how to dress, right? And Kevin had to go back and take classes. He had to learn about his audience and what the needs of his audience actually was. That's one reason why he blew up the way he did because he took the time to actually figure out how to serve his audience, including the women including women. Just went back, took classes, read psychology books. How do I serve these women to get what they want? And that's where they came from. So that's for anybody that's on with a channel.
Yeah, I think I gotta have a certain amount of views or subscribers to do
Uh,
live.
when the lead attorney first started out and he did a live, guess how many people were looking at him?
What, two?
One.
Mm. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you do that.
Hmm?
I don't know how to go on live on my channel.
It's called StreamYard. Okay, go to StreamYard.com, sign
Oh,
up, and StreamYard is probably the most painless, simplest way to get on YouTube Live. You know,
Oh,
with a
okay.
couple of clicks, and you're on. Okay, that's what we're on right now. We found this after because we used to have to go through um, what is it? Google. Was it Google Live? Not Google Live. What is it? Google something. And and it was a little bit more difficult than this. StreamYard has made it absolutely simple. So 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 go to StreamYard.com and figure out how to go live. But thing is, do your uploads. But I say at least once every 2 weeks, just put up a live up and see where your audience is. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But thing is, like I said, the video with your game, you still got your notes. Use your bullet points and use them for individual videos, right? And go into
Mhm.
details. It doesn't have to be any more than 6, 7 minutes. Okay. If you
Okay.
want, you're not even, don't even worry about your money because you haven't even qualified for it yet. So four to 4 to 6 minutes on each bullet point and go into detail. Okay. From your perspective, don't worry about what I say, trying to figure out, try to interpret what I'm doing, right? Go, use your own knowledge, your own understanding, and talk to your audience. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. All right. I'm gonna take you down, and I'm gonna close this out because we're at 56. Okay.
All right.
So,
Appreciate it.
anything you want to say before we go?
Oh no, I said enough. I appreciate the channel, BGS. You doing the Lord's work.
Oh, appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate the channel, and I appreciate the Black Manosphere too. And everybody in the chat.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. All right. And paste your link for your channel in one more time. And I always say, folks, that give him 2 weeks, man. He's learning, so yeah. So it's gonna be rough, okay? So be patient with him because um, even before I came to YouTube, I was doing this 10 years before I even came to YouTube. So I didn't come into this raw. So even though it sounds like it, oh, you just popped up and you make it look so easy. Nah, I cut my teeth. I had to pay my dues just like everybody else. So give him an opportunity, man, and be patient with him. And if he does something wrong, let him know. Okay. All right, folks. All right, Nate, I'm taking you down and we're gonna close out.
All right.
All right. Okay. There's Nate's channel. Let's go back and show Nate's channel. And if the thing is, I'm doing this for Nate. I'm not just taking established content creators, man. This is Maker Monday. Anybody that's in my sphere can get it. If you got a channel and you want to put your best foot forward, and you see that Nate's just getting into it. He's not fluid yet. Okay, he's not smooth yet. It's gonna take a while. But I got to give the boy credit, man. He got guts. He got up there, put himself forward, even though he's not quite there yet. Same thing with you. If you got a channel, and I'm doing this as a service because I ain't gonna make no money doing this one. Okay, doing making money. But thing is, I want to give back to my community. I would like everybody to have a channel, or everybody to have an opportunity at a channel that wants one. Everybody don't want one, and some of you guys making a whole lot of money don't want to have your face out there. So I know how that is. So anyhow, I will see you guys tomorrow. Any suggestions about about tomorrow? I think I might talk about Candace Owens tomorrow because um, she's in the news. I've been talking about her for like the last couple of years because I see where they're trying to position her. So I might do her tomorrow. I mean, if there's anything else that will come to mind that you guys want me to cover, um, uh, put it in the comment section. I'll look at it and see if it fits in. Also, me and Dr. Johnson just did Shirley Chisholm, and I think I might do that one on Wednesday because there's an interaction between her and her husband. The story between Shirley Chisholm and her husband is absolutely fucking fascinating, man. That is the gynocracy on steroids, okay? The gynocracy on steroids, and what he had to go through and what he had to subject himself to for 27, 28 years, man. It's gold. Me and Dr. Johnson were talking about yesterday on his Patreon. If you actually want to go back and see, it's 4 hour Patreon. We for 2 hour movies, we went 4 hours because there's a whole bunch of shit that we had to stop and go over, man. If you want to know about the gynocracy and women getting men told, go hit Dr. Johnston on his Patreon and go to the last movie that we just did, which is Shirley. Go, in fact, it's on Netflix, man. Go see Shirley, man. Man, talk about there's some bullshit in Shirley. There's some bullshit in Shirley. Okay, it is a gynocratic film fest. Okay, it really is. So, yep, Shirley. Who is Candace Owens? Go look her up, man. Look her up. You can look her up. She was part of the Daily Wire. Everybody want Candace? Yeah, I'm gonna do. I probably would do Candace Owens tomorrow. You're thinking about doing one on esoterics, okay? And what esoterics is very wide. It's a very wide subject. Got to narrow it down. But anyhow, Atlanta, stay focused and informed. Well, Atlanta it was Gynocracy Central, okay? And I think if you look at Shirley Chisholm, you look at Fannie Willis, you look at Ebony K. Williams, okay? They all the same. They all bulldogs, man. They all bulldogs. But till then, looking for the perfect black woman divestiture that uses right wing talking points, and now red pill, she has her own channel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's been positioned. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay. But she's all, if you put in Candace Owens into YouTube, she is all over the place. She was just on the Breakfast Club. Okay. So she's positioning herself. So she's trying to get into the red pill. Yeah, well, hopefully they don't. You know what? I have a thing with the fentanyl. I think they're putting that stuff in on purpose, is because they that my personal opinion. Okay, they're putting fentanyl in weed and shit like that because they're trying to kill your ass. Okay, they're trying to kill you. Okay, a lot of these deaths, fentanyl deaths, especially with black people, they wasn't taking the fentanyl directly. It was from weed or it's from cocaine or something like that, right? It's secondary. So they're trying to kill your ass. So be careful with this fentanyl, man. Be careful with this fentanyl. Too many white boys are dying. Well, white boys know what it is, but too many white boys are dying. They're trying to put the fentanyl epidemic on you. So be careful dealing with it. Be careful selling it. If you're selling it, be careful. Okay. And if you're gonna buy something from somebody, buy from a known dealer. If you don't smoke weed, man, go to the goddamn weed. Go get a goddamn weed store and get it. The thing is, you can't mix it. The thing is, if they mix it wrong, you're a dead person. Yeah. So, and anybody that's putting fentanyl in weed, man, they should be outed, and nobody should deal with that dealer. Okay. Well, unfortunately, most of the people that take that shit wind up dead. So, yeah, go to the dispensary, man. Go to the dispensary and get it. So, if you got to smoke weed, go, man. They they they're gonna decriminalize all this shit because they don't want all these white boys dying. So, man, go to the dispensary and buy the safe weed, man. Unless you actually know somebody that actually grows it. Okay. Now, there's a lot of cats that grow it in their backyard and shit that cultivate that stuff. If you don't have a direct source, man, go to the dispensary and get that shit, man. Don't fuck around with that street shit. Man, you don't know what's in it. And well, basically, the illegal shit is the problem, man. And with them bringing over a lot of the migrants, they're not even illegal aliens anymore. They're migrants, right? They're allowing them to migrate, right? They're bringing the shit with them. Okay, they're bringing their contacts with them, so it's just going to get worse. So I say all the black. I said it from the very beginning. Don't sell it. Okay, if you get caught selling it and you get caught with it, like you're distributor, man, you gonna get minimum 20 years. There's a white woman that had they got caught with it on her, man. She's got a $6.2 million bond, okay, for having 15 grams of fentanyl, okay, which is enough to kill like 50 people. Don't even get caught with that shit, man. If you black, find another way to make money because she's white, okay? You're black. You're going to get life, okay? So don't fuck around. Anyhow, non-citizens. we might have to talk about that one, about the non-citizen shit, okay? Anyhow, y'all. All right, Dusty, hit it. Let Dusty take us out.